Ann Coulter was one of the two people that we had banned on the show. We had to break that ban because the other person was Donald Trump. Now, we banned him years ago, but he broke that ban by becoming president. So credit where credit is due, I guess. And Ann Coulter then rode that wave and became relevant because she was one of his main backers. And hence, we started to talk about her as part of the national conversation. Before, she was just a sideshow, maybe a freak show, part of the circus, right? And just trying to get attention. But she does represent the extreme right wing in this country in some ways. So she became relevant in that sense. And she wrote a book, for example, called In Trump We Trust. And that really did capture the zeitgeist, at least of the right wing at the time. And she said that she worshiped, quote, worshiped him with, quote, blind loyalty. Well, she's relevant again because apparently she has opened her eyes, and that worship appears to be coming to an end. Now, again, as a particular performer in this circus, don't care much about what Ann Coulter thinks, but as some representative of the extreme right wing, it is an important bellwether. So now it looks like his own forces are beginning to withdraw from the battlefield. So let me give you Ann Coulter's latest quotes. She told the Daily Caller, a conservative website, everyone who voted for him knew his personality was grotesque. Damn. Now, I don't remember you saying that, Ann, during the campaign. I don't remember you calling him grotesque. I remember you talking about worshiping him. If he was so grotesque, why did you worship him? They're heading for the exits, guys. Okay, that's on his personality, but it's about to get worse. Now, she says, as far as the issues go, boy, things don't look good. All right, I love it. She says, I'm not very happy with what has happened so far. I guess we have to try to push him to keep his promises. But if he doesn't keep his promises, I'm out. Here's Coulter looking for the, wait, where's the shoot? Where's the shoot? Get the hell out of there. Now, why is she saying that? And why is this relevant again to the national conversation? Because it is true that Donald Trump has not kept his promises to the right wing. So, for example, story out yesterday in the news about immigration. I mean, that was his #1 issue, right? Build a wall, and I'm going to make sure you guys get higher wages because we're going to keep the immigrants out. And it turns out he cut a deal with the giant farming companies, and he's going to let them keep hiring exactly who they were hiring. So, well, then that defeats the whole point. He's targeting like 4th graders, threw out a guy who was a business owner in Indiana, and going after political enemies. But the whole point was raising wages and et cetera. He's not going to do any of that. He said that he was against the global financial elite and he was going to drain the swamp, and then he put his 5 of his top advisors are Goldman Sachs guys. The Coulters of the world claimed that they hated the Goldman Sachs global elite. So he said he was going to get on NAFTA. He says now he's reconsidering. He doesn't even know what NAFTA is. So he's delivered on almost none of his promises to the right wing. So some of you might be happy about that. You know, he hasn't come anywhere near building the wall. Ann Coulter's upset that there's no progress being made. She's asking for people to send bricks into Congress to help build the wall. But I mean, that's the least of the issues. The real issues are the populist things that he promised, including, by the way, getting tough on China. Now he says he didn't know how complicated it was. It turns out you can't get tough on China. Well, if you're a right winger, you got to be pretty pissed. So far, he's given you almost nothing. He tried that travel ban, and that didn't even work because he bungled it. So like, you love the Muslim ban, travel ban, whichever one you want to call it. I know for PR purposes you're calling it the travel ban, but the reason you loved it was because it was the Muslim ban. But he couldn't put it into effect because he's a moron. So at the end of the day, what do you have? Like the rest of the country, you got nothing. That's why they're looking to get out now. So she says, to this point, where's the great negotiation? That budget the Republicans pushed through was like a practical joke. Did we win anything? Now, you might not agree with her. You might have thought it was draconian and et cetera. But for the extreme right wing, they're like, that was not nearly draconian enough. You've got us nothing. It's partly because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and the establishment Republicans have taken over, and they're doing exactly what they want to do. Hey, don't rock the boat, keep the establishment in charge, and just give the rich and the donors some tax breaks, and that's really what we're doing here, and that's all. You're not gonna get any of your populist agenda through, okay? She said, Americans don't like that. I don't like that. That's talking about hiring his kids. And listen to what she says there. That's the one fascist thing he's done, hiring his kids. Wow. Now I know that they're more moderate. In the scope of this administration, there are no moderates there. But among the insanely right-wing and all the establishment characters, et cetera, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump are in the non-extreme right-wing, I guess. So Ann Coulter doesn't like that. But to call them fascist, I mean, Donald Trump, those are the two people he trusts most, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. So if you do that, you're basically going to war with Donald Trump. They're getting the hell out of there, man. This ship is on fire and the rats are looking for the exits. So last one, she says, I'll say we had no choice, but the Trump haters were right. It's a nightmare. I can't even contemplate that. Right now, I'm still rooting for him to turn around. Damn. Na 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 na. When your base leaves you, you ain't got nothing left. So I've been telling you from day one that he's gonna head down to 25%. Right now, he's still holding it around 39%. 39% for a new president is horrible. 25% means you're on your way out. Now, the only way he gets down to 25% is not if you convince Democrats to hate him even more. That doesn't help you in the numbers. It's if his base goes, the guy was full of crap. Turns out he's not gonna do any of the things he promised. It turns out he's just gonna do what Rice Priebus and Paul Ryan and the establishment wanted all along. Yeah, you're damn right that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna do what the big donors tell him to do. Just a normal, slimy politician. And now even the right wing has begun to wake up to that. I'll see you at 25%.
Young Turks membership creates independent media.
Believe me.
No ads.
Believe me.
All the shows.
Believe me.
On demand.
Believe me.
Support independent media.
Believe me.
It's awesome, tremendous. You'll love it.
Believe me.
And by the end, you'll be thinking,
I'm like a smart person.
tytnetwork.com/join.